Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the morning? Oh wait, that was my idea. And that's why I'm still in bed. I'm Fay What, and I'm gonna help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's gonna be a great week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The Fay What Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we are live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and of course Facebook. I'm also on demand, baby. It's Monday, July 10th, 2023. Can you freaking believe? I can't believe it's July 10th. I really can't. So let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation. What else did you think I was talking about? Our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late. And this morning I'm joined by my gay guy pal, model, spiritualist, wellness counselor, part of Queer Yoga Miami, Yoga Club Miami, and HIV activist with Impulse Group, who also sits on the Men of Color Advisory Board for Viv Healthcare. He walks sex siren in the House of Gorgeous Gucci, Jamal L. Starks. You can find him on Instagram at porcelain with a 3. You see it on your screen. Good morning, Jamal, and welcome to Fay What's Bed.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm over here playing with my boobs.
So when you came in today, I was like, hey, I need for you to put this on. And you didn't even have an issue. Like, you didn't say why, or like, or it's gonna be hot, or like, I like to be naked underneath the blanket. You were just like, no problem, let's put it on.
Yes.
So do you know why I had you put these on?
No, to feel like Haley.
I finally saw My Little Mermaid. Like, I know it's July, and I know it came out like 2 months ago, but I'm late to the party, and I'm really busy doing stuff. So I finally saw it, Jay.
I get it.
And I know that you wanted to take your nieces and nephews, and then they were like, no, we're going without you. And
they always do that to me. We saw that already, Uncle Pookie.
We already saw that, Uncle Pookie. God, that was like 2 months ago, Uncle Pookie. Like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so I saw it, Jay. I loved it. I loved it. I want to be Ariel, and I love that she was. Yeah. What is the song? What is the song?
I want to be where the people are.
When she's trying to brush her hair with a fork. Oh.
I want to see them scamming.
Something like that.
Yeah, whatever she said.
But just remember, do you remember when we were sitting on this bed and people were mad because she was black and because how could you change Ariel and blah, 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 blah. And we were just like, no, we can't wait till it comes out. It's going to be fantastic. I'm here to tell you it was fantastic.
Oh.
You've got to go see it.
Yes, I do.
Just the music and everything. And everybody just played such a great role. And the original Ariel was also in it. Like, there was just these little surprises throughout.
Have you ever seen her, like the original Ariel? Like, she's always out and about and taking pictures with kids, and Melissa McCarthy, the way she talks about Hailey. Yes.
Well, she says that like when they were recording, when they were filming the thing, they still had their mics on. So during downtime, that they would still hear Hailey still singing, and she would still be humming or something, and everybody would be quiet to just listen to her hum on their downtime because it was just angelic, and she's just so beautiful, and she didn't let any of the bullshit naysayers and all that crap affect her. Like,
she just kept moving, just like floating through.
But I gotta see how they filmed that thing. There's gotta be like some YouTube videos or something.
She was underwater too.
Oh my God.
She said she was in the water.
Because I'm like, her hair looked great. Like, for her to be underwater all that time.
Parts of it, she had to go in the water and have the flowiness. And
I love that.
I guess they added CGI to it or whatever.
I love that. Well,
we're
and
really
now
in our cancer bag.
We really
right
are.
now.
We really are. I think we should just walk around everywhere in our fins and just be mermen and merladies. Merqueers. So we could be merqueers.
Merqueers. Ooh.
We're merqueers.
Did we make up that word?
I think we just made it up.
And species.
And species. There. Hashtag merqueers. So you know.
I'm putting it on my Instagram.
Okay,
Watch.
I think you should. I think you should. So, first, sometimes other gays get us hot and bothered. All right, let's start talking about all the stuff that we've got to talk about. All right, now you make people. How do you feel about that? Like that you make other people hot and bothered.
I don't know that. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm here to tell you that you get other people hot and bothered.
I don't know. I just be in my.
You just are.
I just be in my little Haley.
You've got to see Jamal out sometimes. He's like, he'll have like this crazy cape on and these amazing shoes, and he just like flows effortlessly through the crowd with like his.
You know, somebody told me that. They were like, you know, this is the first time I saw you walk from one place to another. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, I always just thought that you floated somewhere. I was like, what? Shut up.
Like the angel that you are, Papi. Like the angel that you are floating in shit. And you're like, these shoes hurt.
Yeah, exactly. In my head, I'm like, bitch, let's make this work. My feet are killing me.
Oh my God. All right, well, let's talk about some stuff that's going on in the community. There's always stuff going on. So first, sometimes other gays get us hot and bothered. And sometimes they just get us bothered. In terms of the latter, dozens of Redditors had irritations to share on the R Ask Gay Men forum this month when one person asked about the annoying things gay guys do that annoy other gays. People started commenting on this question, sharing things that they dislike or find tasteless, such as inappropriate touching, stereotyping, over-sexualization, bigoted behavior, and more. Some also mentioned the irritation they feel when they see gay men pursuing straight men, even though they know they are straight. Gay Reddit users are dishing the tea on what other gays do to bother them. What are we all talking about?
That's one of the things that irritate me. When gay men go hard on straight men, like especially if I invite a straight person into a gay space. Yeah. And I'm like, he's gay.
He's straight.
I mean, he's straight. Sorry. He's straight, my gays. And you always have those one or two who are just, but maybe, but I'm gonna get him drunk. Or,
or I can convert him or whatever it is.
And I'm like, that's annoying.
Yeah, and what would you think if there was like a straight person trying to do that to you? Oh, I can convert him back to being straight. You would get upset about that. Oh, for sure.
I get that all the time, and I think it's annoying. I'm like, can we just leave people be who they are, like? For real?
Yeah, but we always have those two friends that are like that, that you just know better than to bring your new straight friends around them.
You learn quick.
What I mean? You learn
quick.
You learn real quick.
I
mean, we need new friends.
I mean, but everybody does things that are irritating. I don't think it should be specific to gays, but I mean, there are people in the world, people do things that are annoying.
And people are always going to be annoying.
People are always going to.
Yeah, exactly. And we're always going to talk shit about our annoying friends.
Exactly.
And they'll always be the annoying friends that they are. Exactly. And that's the same in gay community, straight community, whatever it is, There's
always some annoying person that you're like, child, here they come.
Here they come. And you always and that one friend that never has money, so they're waiting for you to buy them a drink.
Why do we give them grace, though?
I mean, because people broke. I get it, but they're still broke. Like every day they're broke.
But why do we? Exactly. Like, how long have you known this person? It's like 25 years. Wait, you've been putting up with this for 25 years.
For 25 years, this person has come up to get a drink from me. Yeah, they still broke.
And they're still that person.
See, okay. Pain in the ass. Next, growing up in rural Brazil, Gabriel Feitosa found his love for dogs. Each day after school, he would work in a salon grooming them and other dogs around the neighborhood. Now he has built a dog grooming brand, Gabriel Feitos Groomer, in San Diego with the help of his husband, where he temporarily turns his furry clients into Pokemon characters, zoo animals, creatures from literature, and everything in between without hampering their skin or health. Feitosa boasts over 2.1 million followers on TikTok and Instagram, while Feitosa draws fans in with his pretty poodles. He keeps people coming back for his bubbly personality and stunning looks. His dogs are beautiful, and so is he. That explains the social media following. Pet groomer turns pooches into work of art. What are we all talking about? This
is our heart. We both love pets and dogs and animals and things. This is the fastest way to my heart.
Me too.
This is the fastest way to.
Me too.
I need to San Diego.
Me too. I need to go to San Diego.
So we have
look, he's green.
Oh my
Oh my God.
We have to take our babies.
We do.
I really would.
do.
I would take a trip just for him to do midnight.
I would, for him to do Padme. For him to do my Padme. She needs to be.
Baby.
Isn't she adorable?
Yes.
And like
what would you want Padme to be turned into?
Oh, I don't know. Like I've had like them do designs on her leg and put like big porn. Put big pink hearts on her and everything, and I just love it. But this boy, you know what makes this even better? Is that he's hot.
Yeah, he's fine.
Like Gabriel's hot, and like you know, anything.
He has a husband?
Yeah, well, we don't have to think about that.
Does he?
Okay. Yeah, he has
I'm asking.
Yeah, he has a husband.
He has a husband? Oh,
yeah, like
if
you care.
both of them.
They're phone. Yeah. Start a franchise. Maybe you need to open up one here in Miami, and we'll help you in South Florida.
That would
Look
be
at how
nice.
hot he is.
He's gorgeous.
Ooh,
Husband
look at
probably
those
is
abs.
too.
And they cook and bake together. I'd love for them to do that naked.
Yeah, with the dogs.
Yes.
Everything.
The dog doesn't have to be naked, but they have to be naked.
They have to be naked.
Yeah, but not the dogs.
I don't care about the pooches.
Okay,
at that point.
Okay.
Not at that point.
I need to try to figure out how to wait. I'm going to interview you, Mr. Groomer. I'm going to find you. Watch.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We have to do that.
Yeah.
For sure. Next, teen LGBTQ plus influencer Desmond is Amazing first took the world by storm when videos of them sashaying through the 2015 New York City Pride Parade circulated the internet. Also known as Desmondopolis, they are using social media platforms for advocacy for queer youth across the country. Desmond says, quote, "You can't brainwash a kid into thinking they're LGBTQ. You can't get rid of us no matter how hard you try," end quote. Desmond has faced a lot of criticism, cyberbullying, and even legal charges for being queer and performing drag shows. However, Desmond has no plans of stopping. Desmondopolis is committed to keeping their head high. What are we all talking about?
The queer ancestors coming back in these babies' bodies, basically being unapologetic. I don't care.
I don't
care. Been here before.
This is who I am.
This is who I am. I've seen your tactics and your things.
You know, I know.
love it.
I know what it's like to be bullied. I used to be a really bad bully. Like I used to like beat up cheerleaders for fun. I now know that it's that I want.
But is that
I like them.
considered bullying?
Beating them up?
The cheerleaders, they were popular anyway.
They deserve to get beat up a couple times. Right? But listen, I am a reformed bully now. Now I only bully my wife. Okay, so you know, and so this poor kid. Okay, but that was before social media. That was what I was trying to say. Like cyberbullying is a thing, and when people from across the pond or across the world can make you feel like so insignificant,
it's dangerous and devastating.
It has to be.
Which is why I don't read comments.
Okay, that's smart.
I don't read comments. I'll read a few and I'll be like, oh, thank you, and then I'll get off because people say some really nasty things, even in my DMs. Yeah. Like people say some very nasty things, and so I've learned to just kind of shut that off.
Well, and it's probably smart, and they probably have learned. They probably have some great, mentors or something that are also showing
great
them,
parents.
and great parents.
Great parenting.
If you don't know, when to like get off the social media or when to not read the comments, you know what I mean? Like, I have to agree. Like, who wants to get attacked like that and at that age? So keep shining. Right? Keep going viral and keep posting your stuff and show those naysayers that you're going to shine no matter what.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Next, Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal. I always have to have him on. I just always have to talk about him. I love him because he's too hot. Anyway, so Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal captured viewers' hearts as Joel and Ellie, creating a sweet father-daughter dynamic in HBO's hit post-apocalyptic series, The Last of Us. Now, they've proved their bond is just as strong off-screen by showering each other with compliments and giving the world plenty of heartfelt red carpet moments. Pedro said, quote, "I couldn't have asked for a more anchoring, generous, thoughtful teenager," end quote. It's not the first time Pascal has opened up about his immense respect for Ramsey, and the fans are happy to see that the respect is mutual, knowing Bella is equally fond of our cool daddy Pascal. I love Pedro Pascal even more after seeing him with Bella Ramsey. What are we all talking about?
I'm so happy they have an off-screen relationship. Apart from it is probably very, very mirrored to The Last of Us, which is they're probably very like catty and at each other, but I love this.
Right? Like they had like on the show, they'd have a book, and they would always do like these weird sayings and these stupid little jokes or whatever, and it warmed your heart, you know. And like every time they interview them off camera, you know, or they interview them like when they're not working together, they only have amazing things to say about each other, you know. Beautiful. And how beautiful it is to like work with somebody who's part of the community, who might know your struggles, you know. Pedro is not LGBTQ, but he's a huge ally, and his sister's trans, and you know, and he doesn't. There's just almost never an interview where he doesn't talk about something queer.
He's a very strong support system, and here we go. I love that all of these stories are just that we cover are showing the light and the representation that we consistently need right now, and showing that we're human.
We're human.
Human relationships, and I'm happy they have a mentor. Are we human? Are we human?
No, we're queer.
I forgot we're
merqueers.
We're merqueers.
And Pedro also had that. Pedro also has that Brokeback Mountain-esque cowboy movie coming out. I gotta see that. I'm not gonna wait.
We talked about that.
We have to see that. We have to see that, and we can't do it like 4 months after. We have to see it.
It's Pedro Pascal and
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. Yes.
I want to see that.
Another fave.
Yeah. Finally, as with anything spiritual, practices can be used and abused by bad players. But many find burgeoning tarot practice to be an invaluable tool for self-reflection and personal growth, as you know, Jay. It's also a tool with political potential. For example, spiritual traditions and practitioners played a significant role in a number of North American and Caribbean slave rebellions. I had no idea about that. The Pink News writer Jackson Kings writes on the positive impact of believing in spirituality, tarot, and astrology, saying that whether it is about finding the power to change one's life or circumstances as a collective, such practices bring a sense of hope and possibility, which is valuable. Does astrology work for gays? What are we all talking about? I mean, this is right up your alley with what you do as a spiritualist and also a coach. I mean, you coach people through circumstances and rough times and weird times in their life with these tools.
And the beautiful thing about this story is said that it's also can be used as a tool for political advancement. In Africa, the tradition which I practice, Yoruba tradition, apart from a few other spiritual modals, the queer people were actually the spiritual center or the spiritual leaders in the community. And also, if you retrace your roots back with India and their culture before it was colonized, the same.
And in Two-Spirit communities also. Yes. Oh my God, I'm learning so much right now.
So queers have always been considered in cosmology of indigenous practices the gatekeepers to the spiritual realm.
I love that. And they kept all the secrets also. That's so incredible. Do you think that queer people are more into this belief than maybe straight people? Like, you know, because I mean, we have issues with religion, we have issues with believing in that kind of stuff because we're constantly told you're an abomination or, you know, all are welcome, but you know, so.
I think we turn to these practices because we don't have a navigation tool. When we see religion and other things, they're so dogmatic, but when we get to empower ourselves, this, like the story said, you know, most of us use tarot for self-reflection and growth, which is really what the tarot cards are all about when you actually study them and realize, the universe is talking to you, but it's talking to you individually about your own journey, your own growth. So for queer people, we've never had that blueprint, that model, you know, we're on the outside, so we see things differently. So we're always searching for an innate answer within ourselves to be like, why is this? Why is this? And it's because we live on the fringe of society. We always have been.
I love that. Because, you know, again, there are no coincidences. If you have a feeling about something, there's a good idea that maybe somebody's trying to send you a message, or the universe is trying to send you a message, and you're not being willing and open to it. You know,
or you just haven't slowed down
enough to hear it.
Enough to hear it and pay attention. Because we're so caught up in so many existential circumstances that we just don't listen to that inner core. But that's basically what spirituality is all about. Just bringing you back to your own awareness, your own power, your own freedom, your own liberation, because it all exists inside.
It's all about you.
Yeah.
It's all about you. Now, folks, Mr. Jamal has done a reading for me, and it's almost time for you to do it again, because that was January.
Are we ready for an alignment?
I think we are. And folks, do yourself a favor. If you'd like a tarot reading or something like that, or something to get centered, reach out to Porcelain. Send them a DM, okay? And they'll do it. And you could do it through Zoom. You could do it in person. But it's something that was creepy about the reading was. You were sitting in front of me. We had these cards. We had all these kind of amazing things on the table. But when you were talking to me, your voice didn't sound like yours.
Yeah, it's different.
Creepy. Yeah. Creepy. And once I got past that creepiness, then I was allowing myself to get the message. But wow.
Because we know each other. So it's kind of different. Even when I do it for like family and friends, they're like, wow, the energy just changed.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a different space.
Okay.
I'm in a different mindset. I'm receiving messages as well, so I have to center myself as well. So when I'm speaking, it's like it's coming from a different source, and it's not coming from me. It's coming through spirit. And I also do now sound healing baths.
Nice.
The whole crystal wear, and I'm just so excited with it.
Oh, I love it. I know really some dirty people to send your way.
Bring them. So I'm gonna wash them off with the sound and the waters and everything else.
You gotta clean them. Yeah, you gotta clean them in certain parts extra.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing the sound bath healing to bring people into the space that I'm in, instead of just me showing up with the cards and being like, wow, 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 in here. I'm gonna immerse people first, and then we can like flow into a conversation.
I love that. I love that. Do yourself a favor, honestly. So the Fay What Show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America, and Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 37 years. And Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So, Queerman, what do you got going on this week? We're just gonna swim back?
We're gonna swim. No, we're gonna swim to San Diego.
I don't have core.
We're coming to see you, sir. We're coming to get my dog turned into a Pokemon.
That's where we're going. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Probably turn him into a Pikachu or something. My little dog is.
Yeah. And then he'll hate you forever.
He'll love it. He's already a little Pikachu.
Well, that's true. Queerman. Merqueers. I love you, Jay.
Mwah.
Thank you, Jamal. As always, you can take the fins if you'd like. Thank you, Jamal, for joining me in bed. And don't forget to follow him on Instagram at Porcelain. That's with a 3 in the middle. It's on your screen, all right? So did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church right here in Fort Lauderdale. We broadcast our Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. Fay What Show, we want to introduce you to interesting people that are important to our LGBTQ plus community. Like this interview with one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. I am so happy that she finally agreed to be interviewed by me in bed. And she also hooked me up with all this bedding. Here's TP Lords. Buenos dias. Good morning and welcome to the Fay What Show. And today I am joined by South Florida's club kid, #1 club kid, TP Lords, aka Alex Velez. He is a popular entertainer, host, artist, and entrepreneur. We can rightfully call him a legendary mother of the House of Lords. TP started the art of female impersonation at the age of 16. That was only like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? That's it, right? And I mean, God, from working at Coliseum in charge of choreography and costume productions for over 10 years, and then a proud winner of many, many pageants like Miss Illusions, Miss Florida at Large, Miss Latina World, Ultimate Miami Drag Queen, and Miss Miami Beach Gay Pride. TP is passionate about accepting people with open arms and is actively working on generating awareness around LGBTQ plus laws within the community. TP, welcome to the Fay What Show.
I'm here.
I'm so happy you finally made it, bitch.
Thank you so much.
Why
I'm
are
so
you so
excited to
busy?
be here. You gotta pay the cable bill.
Gotta pay that. Gotta pay. Oh yeah, I just took off cable. My cable was like $300.
But
Like
guess
what the hell?
You're adding another 200 with subscriptions, right?
Yes.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club. So I just took cable out. Whatever.
Yeah.
I am like a Hulu bitch. I bought a paper antenna from Amazon, like some
Wow.
weird ass paper antenna.
Paper.
It gave me 150 other channels.
Wow.
So don't wreck it.
I haven't watched regular TV in like over 2 years, I believe.
Honey, when the fuck do you have time to watch regular
Honestly.
TV? Like you were always working.
Yes, and I am kind of busy, and you know,
I am kind of busy.
I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate to have to be able to work as much as I do and be able to spread my art and continue to do it for the past 26 years. You know?
26 years. Wow. When I was thinking about the story, when I was thinking about interviewing you, I was like, well, okay, yeah. So, you know, she's been around for like 20 years. And I started doing the freaking math
Yes.
of like,
Yeah.
you know, all voodoo days and South Beach days. And I was like, coño, it's more like 26 years.
It's actually been longer because, you know, I started doing balls first. I started walking balls, and that's where I started learning my creativity and sharing my creativity with everyone and winning trophies. And so that's where I started to get my confidence built. And then after that, I went out to the club and
there you
got
are.
on stage. They played a song I liked, and I was one of them young queens that got on stage. And Gary Santis saw me, and he was like, "You wanna water?" Because I was obviously underage. And he was like, "Would you like to come back and work next week?" And I was like, "Sure." So I started working every Friday at the Saint,
Oh, my, the
which I
Saint.
drove right by.
On the way here,
On the way
right?
here.
It reminds you.
It's now what, Carew, I believe it's called. Yeah.
My God. Well, you know, folks, you know, in the LGBTQ plus community, our drag queens, at least for me and for many of my friends, the drag queens are our celebrities. They are our stars. You know, they're the ones that inspire me. You know, I'm inspired. Like when I get dressed, when I do my makeup, I'm like, shit, I better blend. TP's gonna tell me some shit if I don't. You know, who inspires you, TP?
I guess for me it's different. I guess a lot of designers have inspired me, and of course music is what truly runs my creativity. Like I can hear a song and get a vibe and get a feeling, and then I'm like, I could wear like something dark and mysterious or something light and bright and and create these whole ideas. And most of the time it happens while I'm in the car driving.
Is it really?
It does. I can put music on and I'll just get into my realm while I'm on the road. And it's just like, sometimes I will even like almost get emotional when I think of the ideas and how fierce it's going to be and how it's going to turn out.
Oh my God.
The drone, the thing I had, the hat that I made with the drone and the hat, that was like an idea that I had. And I was just like, I have to do it.
And so you did it.
Yeah. I ended up doing that. Was topping the disco ball that I had to spin in my head.
Crazy. You've got to see some of the crazy outfits, costumes, that TP will put on for a stage. And you can see that it comes all from that club kid mentality,
Yes.
right? It's all inspired from that.
Yeah.
And then you take it to like another level.
Yeah, I bring it to the future.
You totally
I
do.
bring it to 2020, 2023.
But it's like, okay, you've been doing it for 26 years and you have always been the club kid on stage, but you always seem to have evolved and like have even brought it up, elevated.
That's, yeah.
Year to year to
Yeah.
year to year. You ain't tired, bitch?
No, I don't think I'm tired. And if I decide to retire, I probably will start my own production company and start,
getting girls trained and helping them get ready for pageants.
That would be so beautiful for the future.
Yeah,
I love that.
If I'm not doing it for myself, trust me, somebody's going to be getting in drag.
No, right? For sure.
Somebody's going to be doing the work.
Well, and that explains your name even more. So TP, when I first heard of TP, I thought it was TP, como toilet paper.
Yes, yes. Or they thought like a TP.
Like a TP.
Like a TEEPEE.
Yeah, no, it's TP as in total package, which is what you are.
Thank you.
I mean,
it was a nickname that was given to me by my house family back in 90, because there were so many Alexes in our house. Mucho Latinos.
Yes, of course.
So there was Alexis Lords. Big, Father Alexis. There was Perra Alex, and there was, what was the other Alex? There was Big Boy Alex, and then there was me. They were like, we got to give you a nickname or something. So I was always helping all the kids in the house with the productions and getting their costumes together and putting choreography together so they can walk the ball and win trophies. So they were like, you're like the total package. You do it all. And I was like. So they started saying, TP, you're the TP, you're the TP. So then since then, it's stuck.
It's stuck. No, but it really does encompass you, baby. It really does.
Thank you.
So, our community's under attack, right? And the ones that are most targeted are LGBTQ plus children and trans, especially trans women, okay? Yeah. And there's a lot of educating that we need to do in our community and a lot of unlearning, okay? Yes. Like, for example, not all drag queens are trans.
Right.
And not all trans women are drag queens.
Yes. And
right?
not all drag queens want to be women.
And not all drag queens want to be women. Hence, your pronouns are he, him. When you are out as Alex, you're you.
Yes. I mean, if I'm wearing boobs and hip pads and I'm doing all that work to look like a woman, and I'll be a she. But if I'm like this, you can call me he, you can call me they, you can call me them, you can call me whatever you like.
Okay, yeah. But you're also very androgynous, también.
Yes.
Like you can really go between both worlds, you know?
Yeah.
Do you find yourself having to educate people?
Not really educate people, but just give them a good experience when they meet me. Just let them know that, it's not all what they think it is, what they see on TV or what they've learned from other people or what they've read or whatever they've seen on TikTok. Yeah. Because that's another one.
No, that's how everybody learns everything is TikTok.
Honestly, that's why I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning this morning.
Do you go down those spirals on TikTok?
Like this. The next video. And it's like, oh my God, the sun's coming out. I need to get to bed. God. But it's just give them a positive experience with what I do, and that it's not what you read, it's not what you believed, and if you have to, if I've also corrected people when they see trans women and they call them him or something like that, and I'm just like she's a trans woman,
give her respect,
use the correct pronouns,
use her right pronouns,
for sure.
Drag 2000, drag 2023, difference?
Oh yeah. Yes. Drag 2000 was looked frowned upon. They were thinking, when I started doing drag, they were looking at you like, oh my God, you do drag? You're going to, become a drug addict, or you're going to
Oh my God. Wow. Que extremo.
For sure. You were going down a spiral. Like, it was like.
You're going to be using crack next.
It was prostitution and drag queens.
Oh my God.
That's what it was looked at as part. I felt when I was coming up. It was always frowned upon. Now it's a complete business. Like you can create merch, you can start your websites, you can go on tours, you can do everything.
Yeah.
Thanks to RuPaul's Drag Race that made it so popular and, it did take a positive turn. But now there's drag queens everywhere.
We're everywhere, like roaches.
I mean, they're born every Halloween usually, but now they're born like every other week. It feels like there's new queens out there, which I if you haven't done drag before, I suggest you try it at least once. At least once, right? And if you're a woman, do drag. Just dress it up, glitter it. Make it fabulous, make it grand, make it over the top.
Exactly. But bitch, don't think just like doing some little bit of makeup, you're dragging it up. No, that is not. No, drag is big. Drag is elevated. I had to do a lip sync competition, and Misty Eyes pounded my face. All right. Wow. I think she enjoyed it though. Like that bitch was like hitting my face. My face hurt after, but I looked fucking flawless. All right. True. And that is how you need to bring it. If you're gonna say that you're in drag, do it legitimately. For Stonewall Pride, like 2,000 people came in drag. Yes. And it was not a quick drag. It was beauty. It was done,
yes.
And speaking of beauty and talent, you're the matriarch of the Lords family, the House of Lords, legendary overall mother of the House of Lords. And whenever I see the name Lords after a performer, I know it's going to be good entertainment coming, all right?
Yes.
Jasmine is fucking sick, like just sick. That bitch is getting like just sick. Yeah. Calypso, Coco, Sasha, anybody with a Lord's name after it, right? You've got to plan. I, at least for me, as somebody, a spectator, I know a good entertainment is coming, Is that something you strive for in your family? Do you guys have weak Lord's people that we don't see?
No, but there's also definitely there's Lord's family members that are straight. There's Lord's family members that are grandparents already, because they've come from the old school. It's not about being LGBTQI. It's about you can be straight and be part of our house. We wanted just to create a family that just created support for kids coming up or people that just needed someone to be part of, somewhere to be part of, a family. And the one thing that you will know if you do meet any other Lords, that we're all respectful of our community, we're all respectful of people, and that's what I take pride in when I get to we choose who's going to be in the house, or when other members want to come in. The one thing I do when they're going through the interview process, which is not really a formal interview process, it's just like hanging out with them and getting to see how they are. That's one thing that I want from a person, is to be a respectful person and just, pay respect or give respect to people, and then you'll be respectful and you'll be respected and treated great.
The same way back.
Yeah.
We were on a panel together a couple months back where I was honored to be the moderator.
Yes,
like that shit was sick.
amazing.
That was crazy.
That was the first time I've ever done that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you were so comfortable up there. So we were at the, for the AIDS Museum, we were up there and we had a panel of incredible drag queens and female impersonators. We had Tiffany Arriagas, we had Velvet Lenore, we had TP Lords, we had Shasta McNasty, we had Daisy Dead Petals. Who am I forgetting? Oh my God, whoever I'm forgetting, I'm so sorry.
No, they're all, you got them all.
I think I got them all, okay.
Tiffany, you said Tiffany.
I did Tiffany. And then there was me, right? I was just like gaga over these women. Because listen, again, I look up to each and every person on that panel. You have no idea. I remember to this day, TP, when you said, hey, Faye, one day at some event, I was like, she knows my name! I have arrived, bitch! TP Lords knows my fucking name, okay? So that is how we feel for you. Anyway, so we did this panel, and I mentioned the Lords family, right? And somebody quickly was like, wait, there's a difference. There's a difference between the Lords family and a house and a house. What is the difference?
I mean, there's difference because we don't know, we haven't participated in the ballroom in a long time.
Okay.
That's where we originated from. The House of Lords originated in the ballroom scene. And we also participated, we've had a couple balls, like the last ball we had, I believe was 2021 or 2020, that Alexis Lords, who was a jungle ball. So we do throw balls here and there and have balls, but mostly we're just part of the community nowadays and
everybody's busy,
active. Yeah, and we have time for the balls. But if any of my kids do want to walk a ball, I'm definitely there for them and definitely to support them or help them with whatever they need.
I love that
because I knew what it did for me, so I'm there to support that. Yeah. And nowadays you can win money at balls, so it's become a lot bigger than it used to be.
Do you watch Legendary?
No, I haven't watched Legendary. I haven't watched
anything
much.
like that.
No.
You don't watch any TV.
I try to watch it. It takes me 2 hours to figure out what I'm going to watch, and by the time I finally put it on, 5 minutes.
She puts TikTok on, and forgets it. Forgets what she started.
Or turn it on and just turn the sound off and just be on TikTok while it's just giving you lighting.
Have you ever had to throw anybody out of the House of Lords?
There's been a couple people who've been chopped from the house.
Really? What can get you chopped? What can get you kicked out?
And what I believe is, we want to accept everybody and love everybody for their flaws and all. So there's been, issues with, of the members. But I don't remember what was the person that got thrown out. I think it was just starting drama in the house. It was somebody that was just starting with everybody and creating this chaos between the house. So we're just like, you gotta go. You can't just, or another one that was stealing.
Oh, okay. No, that's
stealing from the girls, stealing from the entertainers. So
yeah, you don't do that. Do that from somebody else's house.
You got the chop. You're just better off just ask.
Just ask.
Just ask. You might be embarrassed, but just ask. It doesn't hurt me to, give you money if you need something for food, if you need something.
Or if you need to borrow something.
But not every week either. Don't go crazy.
No, tampoco así tampoco. No, hazme favor. I love that. Like, I love to tell people that, like, drag queens, like I said, you guys are our stars. You're our celebrities. You're the ones who represent us, right? But you have issues just like the rest of us. Have you ever had a lash that just won't fucking go on?
A lash? No.
Oh my God.
Eyebrow situations with the eyebrows, which I brought my eyebrows today. They're in 3D. But no, it's just, things happen. But you always got to be prepared.
A malfunction? A clothes malfunction?
I'm one of those entertainers that I'm always prepared. Like I have from safety pins to sewing kits to scissors to, crazy glue to whatever I might need. I have it on me so that I'm not inconveniencing anybody or, I'm not inconvenienced.
Because you've learned.
Yeah.
Because you've learned. Things like that have happened,
They're
right?
like, ask TB, she got it all.
She got it all.
Totally packed.
She got it all. There was a show in Living Color years and years ago, right? Where I can't remember the girl's name right now, and it wasn't Shanae, but whatever. She had everything that you needed in her bag. So you were trying to get away from her, be like, oh, I forgot. I gotta go get gas. No, boo-boo. I got you, boo-boo. Here's some gas. Don't worry. Oh, I forgot to do my taxes. Don't worry about it. Here's your 1040. Like, she had everything in her bag. Oh my God, hysterical.
That's hilarious.
Hysterical.
Well, we gotta take that.
I know,
it's
right?
almost like Penelope, the one that does Penelope. She's like the one step upper. Like she's like, oh, I have a townhouse in Mykonos. Oh yeah, my grandfather's the president of Mykonos.
Of Mykonos, and my great grandfather named Mykonos because his name is Miko.
That was hilarious. And she's like, oh, and then the other girl's like realizes that she's doing that. So she's like, oh no, we're going to the moon. Well, I have a condo on the moon. Like,
I've already been there.
I've already been there. We own property there. Like, it's hilarious.
Please.
Yeah.
TB, do you get tired of people saying, oh my God, you should be on RuPaul's Drag Race? Come on, you have to.
It's a little annoying and obnoxious.
Thank you.
I just say it's a gay lottery.
Because that's what it is.
It is. If you win, you win. If you get on, you get on. And if it's a good thing for you, it's a good thing for you, and you're lucky.
Yeah.
But it's also what you make of it as you get off the show. You have to, be a person that's in. Look at Latrice. Latrice got out there, baby, and she hit the road, and she got it going. And also, she was amazing on the show.
Yeah.
But, she got out. She's a business. She had a hustle. And she knew what she was doing. And look, now she's doing her live shows and doing amazing.
Yeah, and representing us wonderfully, you know?
Got to be business savvy to get out of that and be able to handle it. And now every season it feels like it gets worse and worse with the fans and stuff and the drama and the social media and the Twitter and the fighting and the beef.
But do you apply?
I applied 7 times already.
What? 7 times?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Now, for folks at home, right? But this just tells you what I've told you all along. When Athena Dion was sitting right here and we had this conversation, what did I tell you folks, right? I said it's a script. Yeah. They need to fit these people, all right? Yeah. This bitch is way too strong, overpowering, and everything to be fit into this box that they need of like a newcomer or someone that's inexperienced or someone that, you know what I mean? Like that's just how that is.
Yeah.
Probably. And it's a lottery, like you said. It's like it's the freaking drag lottery.
Drag lottery.
You know?
Yeah.
And speaking of Drag Race, so one of the ladies had said the other day that like for all her outfits, she had spent like this crazy amount of money to go on RuPaul's Drag Race, okay? What is your most expensive outfit?
What is my most expensive outfit? I'm looking through my closet in my head right now. I think a gown, like an evening gown that I had made. Actually, my first evening gown from Florida Continental. When I first entered my very first pageant, that Erica Norell sponsored me, and she had her sponsors help me, and everybody thought I was too tiny to be in it was a Florida Continental Plus pageant.
Okay.
And they thought I looked too skinny because Erica, she knows, how to finagle, the word she would use, finagle.
Did she pad the fuck out of you?
She actually cinched me. But they did weigh me when I got there for the interview, because you have to be 200 pounds or 220.
Okay.
I actually gained weight for that pageant. They gave me money. My sponsor gave me money to put it in
Go
food.
eat.
Go eat. You have 3 months to gain like 5 pounds. That's what I think I needed to gain or something like that. And then during the interview, they weighed me. And then I entered the pageant. But Erica made me this corseted ball gown. So I looked tiny and then huge on the bottom. It made me look skinnier.
Okay.
But that's the most expensive gown. It's from Leonardo, designer from Miami. And it was like over $1,000.
Wow, and you wore that shit once.
I wore it 5 or 6 times.
Thank you. Good. Because like how you are, I would have thought that you would have turned that into like another outfit.
I truly did. I had it designed into another gown and wore it for Miss Florida.
Oh, I love that. I love that, but that's how you have to do it.
It's called extending your wardrobe.
Listen. Because you have to wear things a couple times. It was $1,000, okay? You know how many shows you have to do for $1,000?
Right,
shit.
Right.
You were mentioning Erica Norell and, Daisy.
Yes.
Right, and
we grew up together. We worked together.
That's what I was gonna say. You've known them and you've grown up for them. You've grown up with them, and you guys have survived. Like you should have, like I survived the '90s. Like some kind of shirts that you girls should have because, oh my God, I did so many drugs with Daisy. Oh my God. Like, I'm surprised that I could smell today. All right, let's just do that.
I am dead.
I'm telling the truth. I'm sober now, bitch, but I was not for many years.
When Katya and Trixie have that show, and she said, when I die, I'm going to give my body to science. And then Trixie goes, yeah, the question's not going to be, how did she die? It's going to be, how did she live?
No, it's the truth. It's
But
the
yeah,
truth.
Daisy and I started together. Or Daisy would started before me, and Erica started before me.
My Daisy,
But
kiddo.
yes.
That bitch is crazy.
But we worked together since day one.
Have you ever fought? Have you ever fought with them?
Oh yeah, we've had it out here and there. Not
I
Erica
love that
and
you're honest about that.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just conversation. It's just us getting mad, but we never it never sticks. Like with Daisy or Erica, I've never had we've had little tiffs here and there,
tiffs, but bullshit tiffs.
Yeah, it doesn't stick. Like we'll get over it in 5 minutes and just chit chat again.
Well, because I mean, you girls are friends, but I also know, in drag community, when it comes, you guys can be catty with each other and call each other out on shit. But if someone from the outside comes for one of your girls, all of a sudden it's like, what?
Right.
It's this unity that
and
nobody else has.
Different. South Florida's a different breed, I guess. I think it's because we have so many venues in different places we work at. There's so many opportunities here in South Florida to perform at different venues that sometimes we don't even see each other for months.
Yeah.
You know? We see each other on social media nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, everybody.
No, imagínate.
No, we're so busy.
Everybody.
I'm like, have I been alone all day? Because I've been talking to my head to myself. I've been busy. So I didn't realize that I've been sitting at home just, doing things and not even by myself.
No, but even when you're
on
out,
social media.
Even when you're out, you're not doing one gig. If you make sure you follow TP Lords on all social media, because if you go every day, I heard you, God. It's only me and TP. I told you she was coming.
They're bowling.
Oh my Lord. There's a couple of queens that if I'm I'm gonna be in Wilton today, I wonder what to do. Then I'll go look them up on social because they're always working, and that you're one of them. Okay, where's TP today? You know what I mean? She's always somewhere.
And mostly I'll post the flyer every day that I'm working, where I'm going to be, and of course you got to promote your job.
Your job. But you do it so well, honey, and that's part of the job now. You know what I mean?
Another thing that's added to what we have to do.
You become marketing and social media.
No.
But okay. From my standpoint as a spectator, that's kind of fucked up, okay? That you're being hired by somebody, you've got to pay for your outfit. None of your outfits and your makeup and your shoes and everything is less than $300-400. Easy, okay? And that's on the low side, okay? Yeah. Plus, you getting there, plus, but then you also have to fill the space.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Well, they do, promoting is what helps people get there, and a lot of times we take the back burner because they have, the Rue girls that bring a bigger crowd. So if they got those girls, they fill the room, pay them, and that's it. So and we also get, sometimes as a local entertainer, and that's not a Rue girl, or that's not that big on social media. I mean, I'm not huge on social media or didn't go viral for anything yet. But yeah, it's the business.
I remember when your social media got hacked or taken over.
By Instagram.
Your Instagram. I was crying for her. Crying.
They got me together. But I got it back.
But you got it back. They didn't give me mine back.
No.
Fuckers. I knew it.
They said, you want to be verified? Fill out this, blah, blah, blah.
And that was that. Que bueno.
Got me right together.
Que bueno.
Click the link.
Teeps, did you ever think, I mean, now that you've been doing this for over 2 decades, did you ever think that your career would be so political, would get so political?
I never thought it would turn so fast. It just became this, drag is fabulous, drag is this, and then it just turned into, drag is bad for the kids, and da-da-da, and this and that. And I'm like, who came up with this story, and why? Yeah. And everybody believes it. But everything that's not reading a Bible or doing, your prayers is bad for the kids.
It's bad for the kids, and we're trying to
poor kids. I would hate to be a kid nowadays.
No, or to have a kid. I would feel so bad to be a parent right now.
Right.
I have seen you for a million events, and I can't tell you the amount of times. I would have to say maybe more than 5 times that I have seen a kid just look at you like this,
I love it. They're it's like a circus.
Right? How can that be wrong, TP?
For me, it's always been about giving confidence to the kids. When I was young, I didn't have that type of confidence. I was a very shy child.
You really?
Very shy child. When you go to the grocery store and your mom will leave you to go grab something and you're sitting there at the register, that's like panic for me. That would be I would almost want to cry. And then if, they start scanning the stuff and I'm looking at the lady please don't go so fast. My mom's not here yet. I'm going to hold up the line. The people are going to get, all these things will go through my
anxiety, yeah.
Or if my mom would be go ask them what time it is. I would not be able to talk to a stranger.
Wow.
I was a very shy child. So it wasn't until about 14 or 15 that I started getting into my element. And when I finally came out of the closet, that's what brought me, my confidence and stuff like that. My good friend Alexa Infinity, or Alexa Extravaganza. She was the one who was the tough one in our school. So I was cool with her.
And you've known her since back then?
Since high school. Wow. Since high school. When I went to my third high school, or second high school, the third one's in North Miami. But yeah, she was the tough one, so they knew not to mess with the gays, and then that's what brought me out and comfortable in my own show. Even though I was always been called gay since I was a kid. And I've always been very fashionable in school and always like...
the club kid, imagínate.
And you know, back in my days, we used to go to the thrift store, wear the bell bottoms and, you know, get the Jinko jeans and get all the fashions for those days. So I was always doing that, but I going to schools in the hood.
Yeah.
So they're looking at me like, who the hell and why that?
And
and big curly hair and bell bottoms and, you know, glasses and...
I've arrived, bitch. What?
Yeah.
Call me Alex.
I did go to Miami High for like 2 years, and they did have like a gay area, and that's where all the like the hipster kids would be too. So, you know, that was a little fun too.
Your mama. I'm a big fan of your mama.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
And I love your postings. You know, like people usually like postings about where they're going to be, where they're going to party, who they're hanging out with, right? One of the beautiful things about your post is that wherever you are with your mom, if you're you're getting a manicure, you're going for lunch, right? You always post it. So there's a picture of you walling out at the manor with all these lights right before and then right after you and your mama. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
yes.
How important is that support for you?
Well, it's for a long time she was just didn't want to know my business. You know, she found out when I came out of the closet, she was like, she had this saying, ojos que no ven, corazón que no siente. Eyes that don't see, hearts that don't ache. So I kept my business private. I kept, you know, so from the age of like 16 when she found out that I was gay till when I was like 20, so I would keep them like 21. I was like distanced from my family. Like I would just call them here and there and just, you know, say hello. And they lived in Naples at the time. When her dad passed in 2001, she had to become an independent woman again. She was a housewife her whole life. Like,
wow.
You know, they were married 25 years. So for her to have to go through that and then just become this strong woman, I just thought that was so inspiring for me.
Of course.
And, you know, I remember when I was young that she would get anxiety from going out in public because she was always home. She never went out. So one time we went to the mall and she started getting anxiety. She was like, I'm going to go sit in the car. You guys go do what you need to do. But now she's this independent woman. Now she's in Puerto Rico right now having fun.
En la isla del encanto.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous about that. But so yeah, I'm so proud of her, and that's why we became closer when my dad passed. And my brothers all moved. My brother, one of them's in Tampa, the other one's in Ohio. My sister's in Minnesota, and
wow.
I'm here with her.
Oh, and now your mom is here in Miami.
She moved over to the East Coast again.
I love that. That's so important.
Naples. Yeah, so she's in Hollywood, and I'm in Hollywood as well.
Qué lindo.
So that's why I get to see her and spend time with her.
I love that.
Hang out. I'm already planning in my mind to move her into my drag room and then move all the drag out for her if she wants to.
Where the hell's your drag gonna go? How big is your drag room?
I have 3 rooms right now of drag. One's for my makeup and sewing and crafts. The other one's for my wigs and my shoulder pieces and belts and accessories. And then the other one's for my clothes, shoes, and headpieces.
3 rooms.
Yeah.
3 rooms. Okay, I'm talking to my Cuban. Teresa, I'm talking to you, right? You know how mad you are that I turned your office into my dressing room? TP's got 3 rooms. Deserved too. So we'll just put your mom in one of them and she'll be good.
And the dressing room is the back. It's like a Florida room. Has all windows around, so it's like the warmest room in the house. Because my house is at like let it snow. So it'll be cold for her. So that's a warmer room in the house. But I was thinking I could just move all my drag into one of the rooms or into the living room.
Have you ever put your mom in drag?
No, but she's played around in my drag. I think I have a video of her putting it with that dress on, I think, and a wig or something like that.
She's always something like that.
It's so strange for me. Oh, she's worn this hat before and, you know, act crazy at the house. When she comes to my house, she starts playing in it.
Watch, when you guys live together again, we're going to see some videos or something of TP and her mom. Teeps, what's the hardest part about being TP Lords?
The hardest part about being TP is I always want to be the life of the party. I always want to be, the fun. And then it's exhausting when you're, off.
Yeah.
And when you're off, like it's like you go from all this screaming and all this partying and all this music and all this madness and people screaming for you. And then you go home and you're sitting there in the quiet. And it's like your ears are almost ringing because of all that energy.
Yeah.
And then you get home, it's like
the silence.
Crickets.
Crickets. No,
and I don't have a pet. So, you
need a pet, TP. You travel a lot, but you need a pet,
I've been fighting myself for years.
You need a pet. Nobody loves you more than a pet.
I had a dog for 15 years, and I put him down in 2016.
And that's tough.
Yeah. No, 2016, yeah.
Okay, ya es tiempo.
Yeah, it's been a
7
while.
years, dude.
But then it's like, okay, I like my freedom.
Your freedom as well.
To be able to go out, and then, that's another bill, and taking them to the doggy daycare.
You still single?
Still single. Like the dollar bill.
Why? Do you want to be single?
I do not want to be single. Nobody wants to be single.
No, okay, I mean...
I'm comfortable being single.
Okay.
It's been so long.
I mean, you have beneficios. You have friends with benefits
of course.
around.
Everybody shops
Everybody
around.
has
Everybody
that.
gets,
But none of those... Everybody gets a test drive.
I mean, you can't buy a car unless you drive it first, right? So you got to invest,
And none of those people are suitable candidates to be Mr. TP?
Nobody's shown me that.
Okay.
So I feel like if somebody wants to, at this point in my life, that I'm like, I've tried to date people, try to be that person and take them out to dinner and make the night special and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, who's going to do that for me?
And you deserve that.
And I deserve it.
And you do deserve
that.
that.
So until somebody gives me that window, I'll jump in.
Okay. And when the time is, or jump out, and the time is, you know?
Yes, yeah.
Do you ever have any kind of identity crisis with TP and Alex? Like, do you ever forget that you're out of drag and you're out on the street and somebody doesn't recognize you or something and you're like, yo, it's me?
When I'm out of drag, I was talking about it the other day with someone, because who was that? With Ebony, I believe, my friend Ebony. We were talking about it because we were like, when I'm out of drag, I feel like I'm more timid. I'm more in the corner. I'm more like quiet or whatever. And if somebody says hello to me, I'm going to say hello. Even if I don't know them, I'm just going to say hello, because you never know how they know me or whatever. And they may mistake me for somebody else. But I'm not really like that person to be like, hi, I'm TP. It's me, TP. I'm not that person. Like, I don't know. It's just
it's me.
awkward. It's just awkward. Yeah. So
no, I get that.
So if I've seen you out in the street and I haven't said hello, it's not because I just don't know if you know me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna say hi until you say hi to me. So
I just don't. I mean, I'll say hi to everybody, but I just don't want to be that person and be like, hey, it's me. Yeah, it's me. You remember me?
Yeah.
So I just be embarrassed.
I get it, but you shouldn't be. But
I get very easily embarrassed too.
Because you're still that little shy boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Very, yeah.
But then this is like
This is probably what, and this brings me out for sure. This makes me like totally confident. I can walk through a room and just be like, hi to everybody, talk to everybody. But out of drag, it's more different.
What's the best part about being TP Lords?
The best part about being me, about doing what I do, is being able to share my craft, being able to share my art, and being accepted, and being able to be me unapologetically. Just share what I do, and people love it. And if it doesn't work out, then I won't do it again. There's been those mistakes.
And that's what I love. One of the many things that I love about you, Mamita, is just honestly that you take chances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, but it's still you. That's what I was trying to say before. That you can make it pretty, you can make it club kid, you can make it lights, you can make it all that shit. But at the end of it, it's still you.
Yes.
And Alex is still there, profoundly,
Yeah.
Yeah. How was COVID for you?
COVID was fine for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then I started to get cabin fever. So I said, I got to get out of here. So I decided to start doing shows in people's driveways.
I love that.
I did 45 birthdays, anniversaries. What else did I do? I think it was a gender reveal party.
Baby shower. I think you did a bunch of different ones. Yeah.
Kids parties, whatever they needed me to do. I would literally pull my car in, had a speaker in the trunk of my car. I had to plug in the converter for the speaker. I had a smoke machine. I had my spotlight assistant, and my Sushi helped me for the very first ones. And then my friend Matt helped me in a couple, and Victor Lords helped me, at different events. So I would do that and stay social distance from the people.
Oh my God.
Perform in the street if I had to.
But what a great idea, though, TP.
Perform in the backyard.
And you also gave a little bit of money to some of your friends also, because those times were tough.
Yes,
when people were doing the drag shows from their house, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh my God, how are the girls living right now?
Horrible. That was horrible. Trying to do shows for live on Facebook or whatever, and trying to change by yourself.
Trying to get that.
You're trying to get the zipper.
Where's the zipper, mother?
In 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes.
Because this bitch is doing a short song.
No, and you know that you're out there with the zipper down. Oh, well, they're not going to see my back. I won't turn around. Who cares?
Because we were doing it where people were double screening, and then somebody would do a show, and then we'd go and change. But you hear all.
You hear clack, 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 clack. Okay, there's
the
TP
tile.
shoes. There's TP shoes.
I died.
Listen, I gotta thank you for my new bedding.
You love it, right? It's fluffy.
So I've been trying to get TP in bed for a while, and that statement, period. Okay, and finally, when your schedule allowed for it, you're like, yes, but I got a present for you, FayWhat. I'm gonna redo your whole bed. And I'm like, she's gonna forget. Whatever. This bitch came with like bags of stuff to redo my whole bed.
Full on, fluffy
It looks wonderful.
pink comforter
I love it.
and the fluffy pillows. I didn't know if it was gonna be too gay for you.
Do you really think I'm not that gay?
No, I mean, I
Do
don't know.
come across
I
as
don't
not
know.
gay?
No,
Do I come across as like a shy little straight girl?
No, you don't come across as a shy anything.
Okay, great. Great. Awesome. You know that people thought I was straight until like the other day? Like I've had people come up to me and be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I thought you were straight. You know, that is the biggest diss I've ever heard in my life. How dare you? How dare you?
I
Anyway,
love it.
so here at the Fay What Show, we play a couple of games. And one of the games that we're going to play today is first thing that comes up. Whoop. All right. So I'll tell you something and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind when I say it.
Okay.
Don't be scared. It's like, shit. Okay. Okay, like if I say black, what would you think?
White.
Okay, that's fine. There is no wrong answer, bitch.
Okay, yeah,
This
yeah.
ain't the SATs. Don't worry, you all right. You get a perfect score from Fay What, no matter
Beige.
what.
I said beige.
Beige, bitch, beige. All right, here we go. Michelle Obama.
Oprah. I don't know.
But that's okay. I don't know why you would think of Oprah.
Because I just think of their interview.
Okay,
I think
there
I
you go.
watched it the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that was a good interview.
Yes.
I love Michelle
Yeah.
Obama. She's
She's
got
amazing.
great arms. She's got
Yes.
great arms. Fort Lauderdale.
I don't know why I'm drawing blanks with this. Why am I drawing blanks with this?
Let it go.
Okay.
Ufa.
No me Kyo. Okay, let's try. Go.
There. Fort Lauderdale.
Homosexuals.
Netflix.
Money.
Romeo and Juliet.
I can't think of anything with that one.
J-Lo.
That dress.
Humidity.
I'm dying. Right now.
Kid Rock.
Sheryl Crow.
TikTok.
Up all night.
The progressive flag.
Can't think of anything.
Lash glue.
Lashes.
Children.
Gay.
Basketball.
Football.
Disney.
Porn.
New York.
San Francisco.
Abortions.
Oh my God, babies.
Crypto.
Weed.
I said crypto, not crippy, bitch. Crypto.
And that's where I went. You said the first thing that come to my
Oh,
head.
man, crippy. They used to have some
I think
really
it's
good
time
crippy
for-
in Miami. Something's happened.
Well, back when Crippy was Crippy, now it's like you want to paint your room, you want to cut your grass, you want to do your homework. What do you want to do? You have a strand for that.
Which one would you like?
Now
And this
the
one's called
dispensary-
this, and this one's called this,
Yes.
and this is Skittles, and this is this, and it's that.
Yeah, you want to meditate, you want
know,
to
so
masturbate.
mucho.
We got you.
But what just happened? I just want to get high. What happened to that one? Can I just get high?
But
no,
you
that's
also,
not
it's
how
a
it
good thing
works.
because you know what you're getting. You know what's gonna come from it. You know.
That's true.
And you also you smoking the wrong stuff, you get anxiety, or if I do sativa, I get like, so I have to do like a hybrid. I have to do like a hybrid,
Okay. Yeah.
to keep me calm and keep me chill.
Yeah. What is it? It's indica and sativa.
Indica,
right? So
sativa.
indica, they tell you to think indica in the bed.
the couch.
In the couch.
Yes.
Right? And sativa, it's
Indica,
so
sativa.
now you know, okay? So sativa, you're like this. and
Sativa's
indica,
the
you're like-
upper,
You're
yeah.
chilling. Oh my
So
goodness.
then you get the hybrid, and then you get the hybrid with sativa dominant, which gives you a little
You said you learned everything here on the
little-
Fay What Show. Now you even know how to go buy your
at the
your drugs
dispensary.
at the dispensary with
Legally.
a marijuana card legally. Okay, don't be coming for me. Don't be coming for me.
Yeah.
TB, 26 years of drag. Okay, so do you retire at 40 years? Do you retire at 30 years? I love this idea about you starting your own business and
Yeah.
or an organization where you're the one that sends out the drag queens and you get them ready and for pageantry and
Yeah.
for whatever they want to
It's a
do.
production, basically, a production
I
company.
love that.
Yeah, I mean that's always been in my mind. as a retiring thing.
But you're so freaking busy now.
No, yeah, I can't. They also wanted me to start a drag school. They were like, "Oh, you should do a drag school and teach people, have classes of different courses." I'm like, that's something I need to do to retire. If I'm not gonna be able to put my whole foot in it, if I'm not gonna be able to put my time into it, I'm not gonna do a whole drag school.
But people will love that, and people will pay for it. When I was a kid, there was a stupid modeling thing called Casablanca or some shit. The ugliest people would be thinking they're gonna be models. The ugliest. I'd be like, girl, really? You think I'm gonna go to Casablanca? They're gonna do my makeup. I'm like, bitch, you lost that money. You lost that money.
As long as I can walk,
as long as I can walk. No, not true. You should do that. You should do that.
Sure.
So you know that with my name, everybody says Fay What. So I need for you to look into that camera and do your best Fay What.
Fay What?
Ooh, that was good. Do it one more time.
Fay What?
Yeah, I love it. TP Lords on the Fay What Show. Thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you so much for having me.
I love you so much. Like, you mean so much to me.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
shining and doing what you're doing, okay?
And
Don't let
too.
anybody tear you down. And if anybody's coming for you, call me.
Oh, we got
okay? Because people don't expect, for me to leave people with like 4 flat tires and like throw some shit in their drink. People don't expect that from me. But this is Jersey, bitch.
I got you. No,
Okay?
for sure.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
All right, make sure you follow TP Lords on all social media.
Yes.
She is doing things. She is running this town, all right? If you want to go find an awesome show wherever she's at or anybody from the Lords family, you will be entertained, all right? We will be right back. Finally, this morning, I want to get our week started by telling you some things that are really important to me. We call it Fay What's on My Mind. My mother always knew that she wanted to have children, right? And so children are on my mind. So my mom always knew that she wanted to have children. It's all about family, she used to say. And I could see in her eyes that the futures that she was dreaming of with grandbabies looking like me, but something always gave me a feeling that that wouldn't be the case for her. That pressure loomed on me. Honestly, she couldn't wait for a grandbaby. She always said how she wanted to see a little fake, instead of Fay What, right? With the big green eyes and the crazy hair. And this always made me feel like the pressure of beginning this new generation as the oldest child in our home. But it didn't happen. It is not difficult to imagine my mother's horror, right? When at the young age of 15, I declared, Mom, I'm never going to have children. As I leaned up against the countertop, my mom, cocinando arroz con gandule, as she usually did, right? Probably with a little bit of meat. She said something about how beautiful my children would be in the future and blah, blah, blah. And before I knew it, I said, I don't want to have children. I don't want to have children, Mom. My mother said my full name, okay, which is a warning, right? When she would say, Fay Tatiana Carmona Orozco, how dare you? And I remember her body language toward me kind of changed and everything got kind of cold, And when your mom says something like that, like she says your full entire name, you know what's coming, right? And so then she stopped for a second and looks at me and says, oh, you don't really mean that. Come on, you're too young, And then the subject was immediately dropped. I watched my mom's eyes filled with happiness, right? As she met my younger siblings' children. They gave her the grandchildren that she wanted. And this other time, I went to my grandmother's funeral a few years back in New Jersey, right? My father's mother. And I saw many aunts that I hadn't seen in like forever. I saw a bunch of cousins and everything, right? I think my grandma had like 42 grandchildren. She's Puerto Rican, okay? We're very fertile. So anyway, I went to the funeral and a few older aunts came up to me and asked about how my life was. And the question came up, how many children do you have? And I said, none. And instantly, one of the ladies said, ay, pero ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pesar? What happened? Can you not carry? Are you sick? ¿Estás enferma? Mind you, again, Puerto Ricans are very fertile, right? I had to go back and say, no, señora, I don't want children. I am not sick. Nothing is wrong with me. Again, the mood totally changed at that moment. It was different, and all because I'm in my 40s and never had children. I could see her at the corner whispering to the other ladies, right? And here's the thing, this world is a hot mess, and I never felt responsible enough to bring a child into this hot mess. I think children are wonderful, and I think that they are the future. I love my friends' kids, and they love me. I don't hate children. I maintain that the two truths are not mutually exclusive. Children are wonderful, and children are important. So keep having them, but don't make me feel ashamed for not wanting to have any. You get it? And don't make anybody in your life feel ashamed for not having children either. Maybe they just don't want any. That's it. Well, that's the Fay What Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Jamal was incredible, as he usually is. Make sure that you follow him on social media. Porcelain, that's Porcelain with a 3. He's always fun in bed. And the amazing TP Lords for an incredible interview. TP was just incredible. You know, she's not one to do a lot of talking. So that was kind of really cool that she opened up and really let herself go, right? So folks, I'm really passionate about trying to connect with the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. I gotta tell you, it's often hard for us girls, even our mermaid girls. If we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q+. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ+ community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so freaking strong. Until next Monday, world, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm Fay What, and I'm #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of rainbows and sunshine. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's you?
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the Fay What Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the Fay What Show. Get the week started with me.